Hi. Um, okay, this is my very first time doing something live like this, so I'll need you to be patient with me. It says live, and it says that I have 4 viewers currently. Um, if you're viewing live on Google Hangouts, will you please just send me a little check-in note um, in the chat message over at the right of the screen? I think this is how it works. I got on a few minutes early so I could figure it out. I'm typing hi. I'm giddy right now. This is very exciting to do this live like this. It's kind of fun. Thank you for joining me. I hope you can hear me. I'm assuming that you can hear me. How do I know if you can even hear me? Okay, I'm assuming that you can hear me. Let's see. Can somebody type me and say that you can hear me and confirm it? Let me tell you something. I feel really dopey right now. Okay, here's the live control room. Please, oh, stream status, it says bad. Correct the frame rate of the video to 30 FPS. Okay? I have no idea of how to do that. Let's see. Okay, I see that there. I hope this is coming through clearly. If it's not, then let me know by sending me a message. And I should probably also open it up in this window. We still have another 5 minutes before we start. So I can finish getting my setup. I hope this is... Oh, good. Okay, wow, that's kind of cool. That's weird, but okay. It's weird and good at the same time. All right. By sending me a message. Okay, I should... All right, so it seems that I've got a few people watching on YouTube, but I don't see any comments posted there yet. So I'm going to invite you to leave your comments on YouTube. And you leave your comments on Google Chat. I think I should be able to get all those. If I don't, then I apologize. I'll work it out by the time I do this again next week, or whenever I do it again in a few days. I was thinking about doing it a couple of times a week. So I have the Yahoo page, and I have my Google Hangouts page. All right. So at this point, we are still before 1 o'clock, so I don't have to do anything with that just yet. Again, if I can just ask you to, if you are live with me here, if you wouldn't mind just doing, oh, I see, thank you, Claudia. I see you typed that you're excited. Thank you, I am too. Great, so it's working, yay. All right. Okay, I'm going to wait just a few more minutes and then I will get started. I have a lot of questions. I have, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like we have 10 questions that have come through already. Again, if I don't get to your questions today, I will do this again in a few days, but I think also I'm going to I want to get everybody's questions done today, so I'm going to extend the time. If you cannot hang out with me for the whole however long we go, it's okay. It will be on YouTube. You can go back and listen to it at a later time. So don't worry. I will get to your question today without a doubt. And I'm going to take my time answering these because I want to give you a good reading, and I just am not feeling the kind of fast reading thing. I mean, you know, they'll be as slow as I can go. They're not going to be super long, but they're going to be, you know, I want to give you a full reading. I want to give information, and that's kind of that's where the energy is right now. There's a lot of information that's flowing, so I have a lot to share. All right. Okay, I see that we have another minute before we get started officially. I want to make sure that everyone is able to get on. And I'm monitoring the Facebook page, the YouTube page, and the Google Hangouts page. And I want to also reiterate, I can just say this right now. Okay, I've got your messages coming in. I've got more people adding messages, so we'll get to those for sure. I want to say that if you sent me a private message, I'm going to go through the private messages first. If you sent me a private message, you're going to be notified or identified rather, just by the first letter of your first name, and I'll also put the general region of where you live. So you know, it might be, instead of Crystal Lynn from Montreal, I might say C from Canada, and that way we have a little bit more. You can maintain your privacy. And so if you post it on the Facebook page, you're basically saying, here I am, just go ahead and read me. Fine. I'm going to read just your first name and your question as well. Okay, so I'm going to wait just another 60 seconds and then we'll get started. Since it seems like things seem to be working well, I'm going to just assume that everything is working perfectly. And I'm going to close my eyes a little bit just for a moment and tune in. And I invite you to do the same thing. And while we are tuning in together, actually I'm going to get some water. But while we are tuning in together, I want us to, you know, the whole purpose of reading cards is to, it's a communication between your higher self and my higher self, and I just am delivering messages to you about you, and then we have a collective energy. We're in this world together. We're in this evolvement, this awakening together. So the message that comes through for one person, you might actually find that it also inspires you. Allow that to happen. This is a very, I hold a very sacred energy, a very safe energy. I have naturally built-in warrior spirit guides that protect my energy and my transmissions so that I'm always in integrity. This is really important to know because, you know, we just want to maintain a really light and beautiful transmission. You know, I'm not here to tell you, and I can also take this time right now while I'm getting you prepared. I am not your good news tarot reader. I give true messages, and sometimes I can give them in a very firm way. I can also give them in a very, I mean, it's always about love, without a doubt. But if you're coming to me as a reader, you're going to get a very sophisticated message. I don't read light. I don't do pop answers. I don't do general answers. When I get information, it's very specific, and that is one of my gifts. I don't like the general, oh yes, blah, blah, blah. I find that to be not bogus. It's not appropriate for me. It's not interesting to me. I don't want to be that kind of a tarot reader. I don't want to be that kind of a psychic. I don't want to be that kind of a coach. So, expect me to take some time. And also, I have to say, I don't get false messages. I get accurate messages that are meant for you to hear, and they are what you need to move to a higher vibration. So I'm not a tarot reader that reads of this plane. So you might want me to give you a yes or a no answer. And if Spirit says give you yes, then I will give you yes. If it says give you no, I'll give you no. It's not about, I'm not trying to be right. I'm not trying to be wrong. I'm just being with the energy that is present, and I'm delivering the messages that I have been blessed to give. And indeed, it is an honor. I should introduce myself. Some of you I don't know. My name is Crystal Lynn Bell, and I've been reading tarot cards for over 20 years now. And I'm from California originally. I live in Montreal, Canada. I'm very blessed to be here. It's a fantastic city if you ever get a chance to visit. Love the people, love the culture, fantastic. Also great, a fantastic energy, a fantastic vibration runs through this part of the planet. So I feel very blessed to be here as well. Very nurturing part of the country or part of the world. These readings are going to be relatively short. So if you want an in-depth reading where we can go into, your question and I can work with you, then I'm going to ask you to contact me privately and schedule an actual private reading. My private readings are $125, 125 US dollars, and we spend 90 minutes reading talking about your question, and during this talking about process, we immediately start channeling. So it's a psychic reading. All of my sessions are psychic readings with your spirit guides. And then we'll pull tarot cards, we'll use astrology, and during all of our sessions, we also run Reiki, and we do healing work at the same time. So again, I'm not a pop, psychic that just is going to give you some random answer. You're to walk away from these sessions feeling blessed, feeling empowered, feeling strong, with clarity, so that you can move forward. These are activations, and that's a part of my gift, and I love doing it. I'm really passionate about it. Okay, this girl is out of control, and and I'm out of control because I'm letting her do that, but she's going to only do that probably one more time. All right, I'm ready to tune in. I need to turn that volume down. So, yep. All right. So, close your eyes if you have a moment. If you can close your eyes for just a moment. Breathe into your heart center. Okay. All right, I am ready for my first question, and I'm just perusing here, getting to my first question. Okay, perfect. Thank you all for checking in on YouTube. And I'm hopping now into... Okay, so my first reading today is going to come from V in Northern Europe, And I want to thank V for being with me early this morning. I woke up at 5 o'clock getting started with this. And V was, when I made my first post, she's like helping me out, you know, getting me juiced up, ready to go. So I want to thank you very much. I don't know if you're able to, if you're listening to this live, but thank you so much. And so V is from Northern Europe. And the question is, okay, yes, ma'am. Okay, my question is trying to figure out where I'm going. I kind of feel a little stuck in a lot of areas at this point. My major question is my financial and my career. When or how will these months in front of me look? I feel like something is on its way, but I'm having a hard time trying to figure out if it's good or bad. How do I know if I'm dreaming or if my cues are right, if I will have my dream crushed, or if my life is about to take a dramatic turn in what would make me happy. Hope you can give me some advice and hopefully some great news. Yeah. You know, one of the things that's coming forth, and this is for everyone listening, Mars is the planet of action. And Mars is retrograde right now. So most of you have heard about Mercury retrograde, and everybody knows about Mercury retrograde that things kind of go wonky. They get a little crazy when Mercury goes retrograde. Well, when Mars goes retrograde, it's a planet of action. It's a planet of masculine energy. When Mars goes retrograde, the energies slow down, and it's very challenging to get anything done. Mars has been retrograde, if I'm not mistaken, already for over a month, and it won't go direct until the middle of May. And even after it goes direct, it still has to realign and get back into its regular flow. So honestly, V, you cannot expect to see really great progress until July. Now, that might scare you. Don't let it, or if you do let it, enjoy the contrast of being scared. But the fact is that when any planet goes retrograde, it is really to your benefit because you get the opportunity, if you're smart, you'll take this opportunity to slow the fuck down. Just take it easy, man, and relax. Allow things to happen. Push forward gently. Go intuitive. Mars is a masculine planet. It's all about doing. It's the war maker. In the tarot deck, he's represented by the Emperor. So he doesn't ask any questions. He can walk all over people if he's out of control. Well, when he's retrograde, then it's best to turn to the other side of masculinity. Go to the feminine aspects of authority. Go to the feminine aspects of getting things done. Energetically, the feminine is about allowing. You know, you work from your heart. You use the energy of your heart and mind, and you push forward through your heart to make things get done. So if you have a goal or you want to get something done, normally when Mars is direct, like for me, I make goals, I make lists, and I get it done. And I check things off 1, 2, 3, 4, done, done, done. Very organized, very systematic. When Mars is retrograde, you don't have that energy. You can't. You try to get things done, it falls apart. Everything backfires. Tempers are high. We're in the point right now where we have to do things the other way. We can dream about what we desire. We get to go in and focus on what our heart desires, not what our mind desires, what our heart desires. We get to go in and feel ourselves, feel this wonderful energy that's in our hearts, and then we create from there. And we don't try to shape it into what we want with our mind. We allow it to blossom with our hearts. So when you say that you're feeling a little stuck, yeah, Mars is retrograde. A lot of people are feeling stuck, okay? So, allow yourself to feel stuck. And in the allowing, bless yourself. Go into your heart and say, okay, there's not anything I can do to make anything happen. Let me dream. Let me focus on what I want. Let me focus on how to raise the energy and get into the vortex of creation between heaven and earth. Let me put myself in the flow of the universe and just be showered with light right now. Not make any decisions. But you got to trust, V. You have to trust that you're going to be okay. The guides are telling me right now that you're not trusting that you're going to be okay. Fine. So if you're not in a place where you feel comfortable enough to trust, you are given, this is an opportunity for you to see yourself in that. And just try it on. If you have, 20 minutes, all you need is 20 minutes to sit down and think about trust, right? Write out a little journal entry. How much, what does it mean to trust? Engage. Your spirit guides are very, very, very willing to work with you. So I need to keep moving. So again, I'm looking at your question, and I am coming here to get an answer for you. And the card that is coming forth for you right now, I'm going to stay focused because my friends know that I can get a little long-winded. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to be focused and laser-like. I'm going to be laser-like. All right, here you go, V. Here's your card from the tarot. And you have the Fool. Now, the Fool, it's such a crazy name that this card has because it makes you think that you're stupid. But actually, the Fool is one of the most exalted cards in the tarot deck. I'm always excited when I get this card because it means that you are at the beginning of a great adventure and you have about you the energy and the innocence of a great child. So here you are, V. You are you feel like you're in a rut, but as I said, your message is to go into your heart and start thinking about what you desire. And think about yourself as being a 12-year-old girl who's blossoming into a more mature lifestyle. You have your whole life ahead of you. Nobody can do you any harm because you're super protected. Children are super protected. So we have this energy, this opportunity right now to go forward in life with an open heart and an open mind. And we have a clean slate. This is the wonderful thing about the Fool. The person who pulls the Fool's card is a person whose karma is pretty clean. It's a very special card. So the key words for you are going to be new adventure, pleasure, and passion. And I'm going to read your question as something is definitely on its way to you. Don't try to figure out what it is. You need to know, V, that there is no bad, okay? I will work with you on this privately, but there is no bad. It's all good. You're not in a position where life is not good or bad. Life is all good. The bad, instead of calling it bad, we'll call it contrast, okay? So it's contrasted with the light, you know? And if you call it contrast, then you get to kind of enjoy it as being an opportunity to experience something that is not light, you know? So that, my darling, is your reading. If you're dreaming, keep on with the dreaming. Keep dreaming. Go deeper into the dreams, particularly over the next 4 weeks. Write it out. If you do well with vision boards, then do a vision board. Dream crush? No, no such thing as having a dream crush. You are not in that arena. This is not your learning path. Your learning path, yeah, you're going through some sadness from the past, but that past has already served you. You need to let that go. Okay, you need to let that go and start focusing on the present moment and what your heart desires. Okay, V, I hope that helps. Also, about that other part about the ex, the answer is no. However, you can call him back in if you choose to go back into the past. Now, you asked, I just said that your past, you're done with it. That means you're done with him. If you choose to go back there, you're going back into all the stuff that you've already worked really hard to come through already. So my advice is to let that die. You know, the message is coming through very clearly that the past is done. You are on a new journey. So let go, okay? All right, my friend, if you have a follow-up question, then you can type it back. I'll try to take a look again in the message thread that we wrote and see if we can answer any more for you. All right, V, thank you so much. And, oh, yes, okay. I am now going to shift my gears here. And I'm going into my next question, which is going to be from G. And she's from the southern United States, from the southern part of the United States. And her question is, are my concerns with my husband legitimate? And is our future together as a married couple still intact? Let's tune in. Okay, let us now tune in. Okay. Let's do this. You know, okay, the card that's coming forth for you is the moon. So the moon is a very special energy. The moon represents being fully intuitive, and the response that I'm getting is that you know the answer to this question, you know what it is. You may take your time approaching it, but you know what the answer is. And the moon energy is fully feminine. And when the moon comes forward, it means that you are really to shut down your mind and go into your intuition. Now, we all have intuition in different areas. And actually, G, your intuition is actually coming very strongly through your third eye. So I'm going to suggest that you do some tapping on your third eye. And then you sit with your question. And you breathe. And when you tap, you're releasing resistance and blockages through your third eye chakra. You are opening up yourself to receiving more divine inspiration. But I would say that there are probably some very big changes coming forth for you with regard to this very important relationship. And the way in which you approach these changes are the guidance is to go in a very feminine way forward. Keeping in mind, my friends, femininity is not about going forward with passivity. that is not femininity. That's just passivity. And the feminine energy is about intuiting and feeling your way through. Femininity is curvy. It's like the moon, right? The sun is angular, rays of sunshine, rays of. We want softness, and we allow. So you're going to focus on what's here in your heart, and you're going to think about what you desire most of all, or you're going to feel about what you desire most of all, and you're going to allow the universe to shape that for you. You still actually have two choices, although ultimately there is going to be a break. All right, this is the information that's coming through. There's going to be a break. It's not necessarily a permanent break. That's what you will need to decide. But you're going to have some very strong change that comes through. And the way that you move into that change is going to determine the nature of that change. Okay? So we will need to talk more about this because you have a very full picture that's coming through that I cannot possibly address in this area. So, in this particular arena. So I'm going to ask you to focus very well on your heart center. Work with the feminine energy. Expect for there to be very big change. And I'm encouraging you to listen to your guides as they encourage you to use your heart, to use your femininity. Things are going on behind the scenes that you're not aware of. Things are not clear for you. And I know this might resonate with you in some ways. I'm trying not to give too much away here, which is why I'm encouraging you and I to have a sit-down session, because I want to engage this information that I'm being given. And I would like to do that with you in private, not here. The information, though, is something that you are aware of, but it's not clear for you. Again, go back to your femininity. If you go in there with your mind, you're going to end up with the dis-ease of the mind, which is anxiety, paranoia, and you won't be able to feel straight. You won't be able to think straight. You won't be able to see straight. So use your heart, and I know you have a very big heart. Use it. It is your power. All right. G, if you have any questions, hop on the thread and give me some feedback. My next question, let's see, right. Okay, I have the question coming from Kay in the Western United States. This is for Kay from the Western United States. Okay. All right. Let me just clear up this space here. And let me tell you something. There are a lot of people up in this room with me. Like, I am so not alone right now. I love it. I love it. It is good. Okay, so Kay from the Western United States. All right. Things have been in turmoil since the beginning of the year. Friends, family, job, when will this tumultuous period end? July 10th. The tumultuous period for you ends on July 10th. You are caught up in big change, okay? You are not kidding when you say tumultuous. You are deep in the contrast. There are energetics that are coming at you from many different sides. And the thing that is being shown to me is that you're putting up armor to block those things. And the message that I'm to give you is to let down the armor one at a time. You don't have to do it on all of those things. But right now, between now and July 10th, it's recommended that you let down the armor on at least one at a time so that you can get through all those different areas so that by July 10th, you will be good to go. So here's what I mean. The energy, what I'm being shown, by the way, is you in the center of an armor, like a bunch of armored plates, and there are arrows coming in at you. And what you're doing is you're raising up the armor to each of those arrows to block them. And what the guides want you to do is to let the armor down, let down all the armor, and allow those arrows to come through, pass through. You see, they come into your sphere, and instead of saying no, you say yes, come and go. That's the important part. You come in, you be with the sphere that's coming at you, and then you say goodbye, thank you, I have seen you, and now I dismiss you. You let it come in and you let it go. This is how you stay in the flow of the universe. We get dis-ease when we either block something that we need, because all contrast is something that we need. We may not want it at the moment, we may not be able to use it at the moment, but it's there to serve us, I promise. It comes in, it is meant to serve us and then be thrown away. Just like you eat some food, it goes in, you get your nutrients from it, and then what do? You poop it out, right? You're done with it. You flush it down the toilet, and then you are done. But if you don't put any food in, you're going to wither up and die, you know? And I know that there are times when you want to deal with it and times when you don't want to deal with it. And yeah, man, you get to choose that time. There's your free will right there. You get to choose when you deal with things. But at the same time, you know, you're going to have to deal with them. And you are here to be a full human being. You're not here to be one-dimensional. Your card is the Magician. So this card is fantastic. This card is about doing what I just said, knowing how to take the darts or the arrows or the spears. I call them all sorts of things. They're darts, arrows, spears, whatever. Bullets. Take those things and use them, because the Magician represents somebody who is phenomenal at handling things. The Magician is a wise person who knows human nature. But above all, the Magician knows themselves, right? So the Magician does his shadow work, because a magician would not be able to fool you if he didn't know himself. If he were living in shadow, he couldn't shine the light over here intentionally so that you would look over here, so that he could do something magical over there, so that you would, and create this beautiful illusion that he does. So your reading, your message is to allow the magician in you to come forth. Allow this being that is in you to come forth, because you're hiding them away behind your armor. You're hiding this person, this aspect of yourself, this higher vibration of yourself. You're hiding her away. And she's not able to do her work. She's not able to do her magic. But I also get I'm getting the message that you're very tired. And You maybe are suffering from some pain, so you've gotten lost. So this is your message to find yourself. Get up and don't wallow in the stuff that's not serving you. The armor is not serving you. Allow yourself to shine because you're very powerful. People, not everybody gets the magician card. When you get the magician, it means that you are somebody that is, I don't want to say chosen. What I mean to say, though, is that you are a leader of some sort. That's when the magician comes through, when you need to let out your inner leaders so that you can take control and give wisdom, impart wisdom. All right, Kay from Western United States, thank you for your question. And if you want more insight, want to work with me, you know what to do. Contact me. All right, my friend. I'm going to clear this out and get ready for my next question. Okay, I have right. Oh, good. Okay. So, oh, this is perfect. All right. All right, Lynn. Let's see. We're going to actually hop on the, hold on, we're hopping on the spirit-centric. Okay, sorry, I'm telling you, I'm navigating and I have 5 different windows opened up right now. So, and I'm not able to get that to do what I want it to do. So, we're going to go back. I'm going to search here. There we go. All right, we're going to our first page, our first questions on the event page. And my first question on the event page is coming from Zulmara, and she's in the Western United States. And the question is about her new business, which is called Reclaiming Your Divinity. Las posibilidades son infinitas. My pronunciation. That's all right. I'm not sure how specific the question or the answer needs to be. What I want to know is if I am on the right track. Is there anything else I should be doing? Let's see. I got an immediate download that said you're exactly on the right track. And the only thing you need to do is put a little more fire to it. So let's do it. Let's see what this looks like in card form, Zulmara. Yeah, look at that. You got the strength card, right? Yeah, you have this. You are golden. Just let your stuff shine. Put the fire under it, though, my friend. Don't go too soft because there might be an urge to back down. Mars is retrograde, and that doesn't mean, though, that you need to be too passive. So your action, okay, I got it. Your action is you're doing the right thing. Put your focus back on what you originally came here for. It will be a good exercise for you. Go back to the very beginning of the business and remember why you are in this business and work with that energy for right now. Just work with those questions for right now. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, no, you're just to be let know that I just need to let you know that you're totally on the right track. You're doing a phenomenal job, and there are some good things that will be coming your way this summer. All the work that you're doing, okay, I've got August 18th coming for you as some kind of a special day, as the culmination of something special. So just write that day down and let's see what happens. Maybe you set it as a goal for something, as an auspicious day. What would be August 18, 20, 14? This is 7. This is 9, 8. 8 plus 9 is 17 plus 7, so that's a 24. That's a 6/24 day. So I don't know if that has any meaning for you numerologically, but there you go. All right, Zulmara, I think you're good. You let me know if you need any more feedback on the thread in the Facebook event, okay? And I will go in and check in for you. All right, moving on to the next question. It's funny how some of these readings are so easy. It's kind of like I get a download of information first, and it's like, yeah, why are you even asking me? Because you want confirmation. It's like sometimes the guides come in and they're just like, just tell her this, like, just here. Like it's just one bit, and that person is like, that's all I needed to hear, Other times it's rambling, so. Okay, let's see. Our next question is coming from Michelle. This is on the event page. Michelle, she's in Western United States. And my question is about taking this journey I will be embarking on. It involves my health and well-being. Anything to help guide me on my path, thanks. The message that's coming through before the cards is you need to ask yourself why you chose this journey in this lifetime. So as a being of light who is all consciousness, why would you come in to the world as Michelle from Western United States? Why did you choose this body, this mind, this spirit? Why did you choose this? And once you get in touch with that why, you're going to start opening up all sorts of doors for yourself. You are at a point right now in your life where you are ready to take responsibility for who you are. If you do this from the mind's point of view or from the lower mind's point of view, the ego's point of view, you're going to get confused because there's too much ego drama. There's too much fourth dimensional bullshit out there that's going to cloud your perspective. They start telling you things in the fourth dimension, like the media tells you stuff, your family tells you stuff, your friends tell you stuff. It's all a web that is meant to serve you, not you serve it. So you're going to need to go in and get your answers from your spirit. You're going to need to go into your higher self, your I am presence, and you'll need to talk to yourself and have a dialogue with yourself and ask yourself, well, why did I come in as Michelle, in this day and time, born on this day at this time? Why did I choose this? How does it serve me? And it's a journey. This dialogue is going to be a journey for you, and it's going to help open you up to some pretty phenomenal stuff. You too have a lot of good energy coming forth over the summer. You have some really amazing stuff coming forth. So here is your card. Your card is the Emperor. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. The Emperor. Yep. The Emperor, as I mentioned earlier when I was talking about Mars retrograde, the Emperor is about moving forth within your life with power. It's like learning who you are and taking action on it, being who you are and loving who you are and knowing this is it. The knowing is the Emperor's key. The emperor simply knows that he has all the resources. He knows it. He doesn't think do I have the resources? Do I have enough money to buy all the tea in China? Do I have enough money to buy that 50,000 carat ring? Do I? Do I? No. So not the emperor. Emperor doesn't care how shit gets done. The emperor just wills it and the universe weighs it. Where there's a will, there's a way. The emperor wills it. The universe weighs it. Come on, let that work for you right now. Now, here's the key. Mars is retrograde. So you're going to be very careful with how you use the energy of the emperor. Because if you go in and into the emperor right now, okay, sorry. The emperor is super powerful because he's in alignment. His knowing is not based on his ego. His knowing is based on his alignment with his higher self. So the emperor, when he comes forth, it's not that I get to go be a man and just take what I want. That's not how the emperor works. So right now, while Mars is retrograde, you, like everyone else, you're gonna need to go into your heart and feel what you desire, and you're going to will it strongly and intuit strongly and follow it up with inspired action. So, Michelle, while you're like some people need to sit quietly in meditation, your meditation is going to be as you move. So, when you go out to walk, you're going to you're going to be in a dialogue with the universe. So, be very present, right? When you are doing something and you get an impulse to do something else, feel it. Feel where it's coming from and just follow it. So your key word is going to be inspired action and will. Where there's a will, there's a way. So focus on what you desire. Take the actions. They're going to be small. It might be for you to, oh, I'm going to go open the window right now. Just go open the window. I have an impulse to open the window, go open the window. I have an impulse to drink some water, go drink some water. I have an impulse to scratch my head, scratch my head. Just do it. This is just about allowing the universe, this is creating a new dialogue with the universe. Okay? All right. I think that is all I have for you for right now. If you have any more questions, then again, add it to your thread. I'll come back through after I've gone through all of the questions. Okay, we're going to clear that out and hit it again. All right. I have a question from L from the Spirit-Centric page. Hold on just a second here. Yep, L from the Spirit-Centric page. She has a question about a gentleman in her life, and she's given me some astrological details. She's given me some information. Mm, very specific. And, okay, so the question is about, okay. Elle, we're going to tune in here. I really appreciate you giving me all this specific information. I'm feeling like this might be a yes, but we're going to see what, oh, and sorry, I'm going to, because of the audience here, this is a romantic question about a man and a woman. The woman wants to know if the man and she will have a long-term relationship, and also meaning it sounds like an actual permanent relationship. And the question is also when. Now, I'm going to prepare you already, Elle, because Spirit always chuckles when we say when. And you're getting the chuckle. Okay, so you have gotten the Fool as your card. Now, the message that I'm getting is that this is not going to be the relationship that you are writing about. And it's really important that I communicate this correctly. The message that you have written about is not going to happen. There is a relationship here, though, that has tremendous value. And you are to focus on the valuable part of the relationship, not on what you've written, because what you've written has no value. You think it has value. It has fourth dimensional value. And that is not what is here to serve you at this particular part of your life. In this particular part of your life, it is the experience that this particular person will be offering you. And if you let that go, you will be a fool. If you embark on the journey with this partner as the Fool, you are in for a joyous experience. It is our advice to let go of the guidelines that you are insisting upon, because they are making a bridge. I mean, they're making a gap that you're going to have to try to somehow bridge at a later point. And when you get ready to bridge it, it's not going to be, he's not going to be available, not going to be interested, right? So just allow yourself to be in the moment, allow yourself to be in the mystery as the Fool, who is a young person, a soul on a new adventure, an adventure she's never been on before. She doesn't have any experience. All those old relationships where you say, oh yeah, I had the experience of doing this, I had the experience of that before, and it was like this, and if I do that, then it's like that, does not apply. This is a brand new relationship, a brand new paradigm, whole different thing. Karma doesn't have anything to do with it. This is all about you starting over brand new. Enjoy it, because this doesn't come around very often. You're in an area where you're highly supported by energies that are willing to help you clear away your old baggage. And you're invited to participate in your life in this way with these energies. Okay, Elle, I hope that is helpful for you. That is your reading. Thank you. Please go back to the message thread where you made that reading if you have any thing you want to add or more insights, okay? Right. So now I'm going back to the event page, and Okay. All right, I'm going to answer one more question, and then I'm going to take just a wee break while I switch, while I get my adapter. It'll take me all of 60 seconds, but I want to answer this question from Claudia. Now, Claudia, you have posted your question on the YouTube page, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm going there now. And Claudia, I see where you said, yes, you're excited, but I am not seeing a question from you. So, my darling, will you please put your question on the YouTube page? And I will come back to you in a few seconds. You can, okay, so post it either on the YouTube, yeah, either on the YouTube page or on the Facebook page under your name where you have the thread already started, okay? Just take your time. I will definitely get to you, so don't worry. All right, I'm going to hop up here to Miss Virginia Sanchez. Let's see. Okay, yes, ma'am. We have for you a reading. Oh, things are shaking up for you. Actually, yep, you have some stuff going on here. Okay, your card that's coming forth. The question, by the way, sorry, I did not read I read the question in my mind. I don't think I said it out loud. My question has to do with career choices and perhaps discarding that which no longer serves. I love what I do, but still feel hungry. Like 2 hours after a nice Thai dinner. Is it time to branch out, move on? I simply drink some more water I simply drink some more water and enjoy where I am, both professionally and location-wise. That's a wonderful question. And the card that is coming forth is the Hierophant, and also known as the Pope. Now, the Pope is this energetic that is very, very good, super smart, super wise, super humble. He's good. And he has a book that he has written, and it's full of his wisdom. And he knows this book like the back of his hand. And there is a lot of wisdom that can benefit the world in this book. The thing is, the Pope doesn't let go of this book very easily. As a matter of fact, this Pope really likes his book a lot, almost too much. It's just all about his book, and he doesn't really get challenged very much because he keeps doing what's in his book. So when we do that, when the Pope does that, what happens is he keeps getting challenged on his own ideas, which can make him even more hold on to his book even more. Like, you challenge me, well, I'm going to just read you what I wrote in the book on this day. And then the Pope doesn't really learn anything new. So the message for you, Virginia, is to allow yourself to take on some new ideas and to take on some new challenges that probably have nothing to do with what you've already experienced. And it doesn't mean you have to let go of your book. It just means that maybe you go to school and you leave your book at home, and then you go to school and you learn something new, and then you come home and you look at your book, but you work with the new stuff too, you know, or however it's going to look for you. So I think that you can let whatever is in your heart drive you. I'm getting a little bit more information about desire, and The message is to watch your dog and notice how your dog could really be blind and still know where to lift his leg or know where to daintily squat. Dog follows his nose, and your nose is your heart is your nose. Your heart is the thing that you need to let guide you. All right, I hope that's helpful, and thank you. All right, I'm going to get that power cord, so give me just 1 minute, my friends. Actually, I don't even need a minute because we're going to switch environments. I was tired of that chair anyway. I was tired of sitting on that chair. So we're going to hop in here and sit at my desk. And hopefully there will be enough light so that you can actually see me. And of course, I go to sit in my chair. And who's sitting in my chair? My chair warmer, my very own chair warmer. I bet you wish you had a chair warmer like that. All right. Okay, darling. Thank you. Love you. Okay. All right. We are still rocking and rolling, still in the flow. Next question is going to come from Janine. And this is also on the Facebook page. Okay, we are good. Janine, okay, your question makes me laugh. And the reason it makes me laugh is because there's something about that's coming from your spirit guide that just seems, one of your spirit guides is tickled pink. And I don't even know what that's all about yet. So let's see. Your question is, seems I've been forced out of my job. What direction do I go? And the message, before I even pull the card, before I start dealing with the cards, the message is go, just fly. I'm hearing great opportunity, fulfillment. I'm feeling, though, that there is something going on with you. There's something amiss in your attitude. Maybe that'll be with the card. Let's tune into that a little bit, because from the message that I'm getting is that you're in a very good place, and there's something, though, that needs correcting. Yeah, okay. So you, my friend, have got to accept your strength as a feminine warrior. Yeah, okay. Yep. Okay. So the feminine warrior is not out to protect the others outside of herself. This feminine warrior is working for you. She is for you, your own warrior that will tear away the illusion that separates you from your own light. So, Janine, what I'm getting is a warrior standing in front of you, and she's facing you. Very often, protector warriors can face outward, away from the one they're protecting, because they're on the lookout from the outside. This feminine warrior is standing in front of you, and she's basically challenging you to rise up and combat her. Now, this rising up, and this is a sophisticated concept, Janine, so bear with me. But this rising up is so that you will do some damage to yourself, so that you can break this barrier and reveal this glorious, powerful woman that is feminine inside. So it's an interesting thing that you got a female warrior, because she's holding up a mirror to you of who you are. But the warrior that's standing before you is dressed all in leather from head to toe. And, you know, she's hot, she's voluptuous, she's sexy, she's powerful. The thing is, she's in armor, a leather armor. The leather is highly protective, is what I'm trying to say. And she's showing you who you are. And you are to combat yourself, to break down the walls in an aggressive way. It's going to be an aggressive fight that you are going to have with yourself. And through this powerful contrast, you are going to knock down the barriers. And what you are going to find inside is this shimmering, powerful businesswoman. And I say business as in maybe you will be having your own business. But it's not going to be the type of business that is all about the business. It's actually going to be a business that embodies your femininity and makes room for the home, and makes room for friendship, and makes room for romance and sexuality. You see, this woman is inside of you. This is who you are, basically. It's who you are. But you've coded yourself so much that you don't know, like she can't really be seen. So you're going to have to fight with yourself to break through that. All right, I feel like that's it on that particular question. If you have anything else, post it. I'll come back to it when we're done. Okay, Janine? All right, exiting from this. Going on to our next question. I have Marigona from Northern Europe. And she asks, I would like to know if I will find myself a new career after the summer ends. Also about my love life, have I met Mr. Right? Marigona, okay. Yep, let's see. All right, that's a confirmation of. Okay, so I have a question for you, Marigona. I want you to, if you are live on this call, I want you to, on your thread, tell me, or on the YouTube page, no, put it on your thread on Facebook, I'm sorry, on the Facebook event page, post your response to this question in the same thread where you posted your question. The question is, why are you asking if you will find a new career after the summer? That's the question I have for you. Have I met Mr. Right? The answer for Mr. Right is no, but you think you have, so that's all that counts. So the answer is yes, because in your mind you have met Mr. Right. So answer that question and then we're going to come back, all right? Okay, I want to go back and check on Claudia to see if she has... Okay, I'm not seeing anything from Claudia there, and I'm going to refresh this page. I should probably refresh this page too. Let's see if I've gotten any more information from Claudia in the form of a question. Uh-oh, I've got somebody talking. That's me talking. Stop it. Cut it out. Answer that question. Ah, all right, stop. Okay, sorry. Right, okay, I have not heard back from Claudia. Okay, so going on here. Okay, Maragona, I'm going to be waiting to hear back from you, so I need to go back. So I need to go back for Claudia, Escobedo, and Maragona. Those are mandatories. Okay, next I have on the Facebook page Miss Ginevra Thorne, coming from the Western United States. Hi, she says, I was just wondering if I'm on the correct path with work and love. I don't know why something feels off. I appreciate any help you can give me. Something feels off. Something feels off. Let's see if we can get something on. Okay. Wow. Again. Okay, so, you know, I remember I used to do readings at First Fridays when I was in Long Beach, and, you know, we'd have, you know, people in the room, and there was always one card that would come forth, one card, and it was very powerful because this card would speak to the whole group. So I want everybody to pay attention to this card because this is the third or fourth time it has come forth today, and it has a different meaning, but it still means the same thing, you know? It has different meaning for everyone, but it still means the same thing. So please tune in. Ginevra, you are in the perfect place, and you're afraid of moving forward on both your career and your romantic life. Neither one of the things that you're experiencing right now are permanent. But that doesn't mean that they aren't rich and even long-term. That's what I'm supposed to tell you. And there's a reason why she's delivering this message of non-permanency. And the reason is that you are a shifting being. You are constantly changing. And the insistence on permanency will make you more static and less joyful and less blissful and less peaceful. So an insistence on permanency is taking you away from your higher self. Now, it doesn't mean And Ginevra, you didn't ask about permanency, but it came up in the reading. So this insistence on permanency takes us away from being in the flow. It takes us away from the femininity of life, which is shapely and changing. However, when we embrace this flow and the changeability of things, we are raising our vibration to the point of powerful manifestation. So going with the flow will be your key in both your romantic and career questions. Yeah, that's your reading. So I have the Empress again here, delivering to you a message that says, take the gifts that the man gives you, meaning the gifts of his love, his heart, his affection, his time, and enjoy those fully. Don't limit them, don't judge them, just enjoy them, feel your way through them. And as far as your career is concerned, you need to move the career from out of your head and move it into your heart. You haven't done enough work right here on your heart with your career yet. You need to spend time doing your life purpose, getting in touch with your life purpose. Okay? That's your reading, my friend. Please let me know if you have any follow-ups for me. Post them there. All right. Going on to the next one. Miss Janet Lynn Higley. Hello, Janet. All right. Let's see if I have. Thank you for that message, Janet. Oh, it's beautiful. That's sweet. I miss you crying. That's nice. I miss you crying, Janet. Let's see what we come up with for a reading. This is just a general reading, like whatever's going to come up. Let's do it, baby. The Hermit. So the Hermit is coming forth for you, Janet, to remind you that you need to take time to go inside and nurture your inner light. And that doesn't mean just taking care of yourself in the physical. It really is speaking to going in and spending some quiet time with your inner light. So the Hermit archetype is the person who withdraws from society so that they can go in and really, really, really learn about the inner light. I personally have been on the Hermit's journey since my mom died in November. I locked myself away here in Montreal, and it was snowy and it was so cold I really didn't even want to go outside, so I didn't. I spent probably, all of 10 days over the whole season out of doors. And the thing that the Hermit does, though, is he goes away and he focuses within and works with all the shadow, works with all the darkness, works with the armor, works with all the resistance, works with all the contrasts, all the things that aren't working, all the fear, all the anxiety. He works with that. He looks at it. So he doesn't go there and just sit in nirvana. No, he goes into the cave and he does all this great work on himself and he learns who he is. And then the Hermit has to shift after that, but that's not the reading you got. So your reading is to go in and do your inner work and look at your dark parts. I'm so happy to be able to tell you this. Go do your shadow work. Ha ha. I know somebody who don't like doing their shadow work. And you get to go in and do it. That was your message. Hey, not even coming from me, coming from you, from your higher self, man. So when you get ready to do your shadow work, Janet, ask your higher self to do it, or to help you, because your ego's not going to want to do it. Just ask for help. Go in and pray. Dear God, help me do my shadow work. I want to learn. I want to evolve. I want to clear the shadow. I want to shed light on the shadow. Please help me. And of course, God answers every prayer. So allow God, Goddess, source of all, to work for you. Loves it. Where there's a will, there's a way. You are the will, and the universe is the way. Just ask. All right, that's your reading, my friend. Thank you for being so beautiful as always. All right, let's get another reading here. Okay, now we are, okay, I think what I'm going to do right now is, okay, I'm going to take 3 more questions and then that's it for the day. One of which is Claudia. Okay, right. Okay, Claudia, I'm going to get you right now. Okay, Claudia wants to know what's coming forward, so here you are. I didn't see that before. I don't know why. Let's see. I love that. Claudia posted, my question is, what do you see for me in the cards? And her friend writes, you will be swindled in the near future. Come on, Claudia, let's get swindled, baby. All right, the card that's coming forth for you is the Star. Yeah, I would pay good money to get the star card coming up for me. But Claudia, your enthusiasm right now is just high. You are high, and you have a lot of amazing things going on. And I'm being told that it's for this whole year. You have a year ahead of you that is filled with shining light and lots of golden opportunities. There's a lot of warmth coming forward for you. Now, I'm getting a sense that maybe you are not aware, like you may not feel so much power. You may not feel the power that you have. I'm getting that message coming through. So I want to just look for the source of the light so that you can know. Okay, so what I'm getting is that you are spending time more in nature, or rather that you can spend more time in nature, maybe gardening, hiking, maybe even in water, swimming. This time that you're spending in nature, you have elementals that are coming forth for you and communicating through your work, even though you may not realize it. But if you do a little gardening, do you have a garden, Claudia? If you do, I'd encourage you to spend a lot more time in that. Enjoy your time in the garden, and when you touch dirt, when you are touching dirt, this is for you, Claudia, you are being given stardust. So, and likewise, when you touch water, you're being bathed in like shimmering light. I want to say stardust. There is a lot of light around you right now, Claudia. So that's going to be my reading for you. And I'm going to leave it at that. Talk to me, put more on the thread that where you asked your question on the Facebook thread. Put your question there. Where you wrote, my question is, what do you see for me in the cards? Put your question there in the comments section, and I'll come back and answer it if we have more time at the end. We're already over time. I thank you guys for hanging in with me while I do this. I'm now going to go on to another question. I'm going to speed up and I'm going to get this done. And I'm going to just remind you all that I'm going to be doing this more regularly because this is what I'm called to do. So I'll do this probably in 2 days, again, so probably on Friday. But I'll let you know that day and I'll send you a Facebook invite. Right. Okay, friends, let me get on to the next reading. The next reading is going to be coming from, the question, I'm sorry, is coming from Michelle on the Facebook page, on the Facebook event. And she's also in Western California, Michelle Alton Jacobson. What do you see in the future? What do you see in the future for my health and love life? I wonder if you all realize that when you are saying one question and you're using two subjects, that you're actually tuning in to your own answer. So your health and your love life are actually going to be running parallel, which is really interesting because sometimes we take for granted how we say things. We don't, necessarily pay attention to how we're putting together our words. But this is what I'm getting. There's a parallel here, Michelle, that we're going to pay attention to. So let's just get in here and see. Tilt to play. Yep. All right. The card I'm drawing for you is, the card I'm drawing from you, again, is the Hermit. All right, so we'll go back in and read more deeply. Everything that you experience on the outside, Michelle, is being informed by your inner light. And right now, you are blocking your inner light. You're not paying attention to it. You're not cultivating it. You're looking outside. You're looking at the symptoms in your life, and you're not coming back here first. See, you have to, if you had a garden, Michelle, no, that's not the way to say it, but it's what I mean. So what I'm going to say is, do you pick the fruit from your garden before gardening the garden, before planting the seeds of the garden? No. Fruit doesn't just appear in your basket without planting the seeds of the fruit, the apple tree. You plant the seeds of the apple tree, and then you nurture the soil and you water the tree, and then the tree grows up and you nurture the tree. You don't just let the tree go without water. I put the seeds in, I'm done, now I expect apples. No, you gotta be there. You gotta be in there. Get in there. Get in here. Stop ignoring this. It says stop ignoring me. That's what it says. Stop ignoring me. I have messages for you. I want to talk to you. I want to be with you. That's what your heart is saying. This is the message that's coming through. Stop ignoring me. The moment you stop ignoring me, the moment you give me attention, is the moment everything shifts. And the moment you let me out of your sight is the moment everything shifts. So pay attention to me. Listen to me. Feed me, fuel me, breathe into me. Help me blossom. By helping me, you're helping yourself. You're helping. I am you. Just let me, but love me. If you aren't loving me, you're not inviting in love. So just love me. All right, Michelle, that is your reading, my friend. If you have any questions, then go back to the same thread, post them there. And then I have just, oh yes, I have two more. I have Jessie Faye Marquier, and then I have Marisha, and then that's going to be all the new readings that I do. Actually, I'm going to double check the YouTube page to make sure, because I might be wrong on that. So patience with me, my friends. I'm going to check all the avenues. Jessie Faye wants to know, I want to know if I will stay with my boyfriend without converting Jew, or I should just leave him and something better waiting for me. Wow, what a question. The message that's coming forth from your guides, there's a little, there you have a very young guide who likes to dress up as an angel. Now, I'm saying that to you because, I don't know, that has some kind of meaning. But it's really important, she says, that you recognize her, because right now she's dressed up as an angel with a little wire halo and little like foam glitter angel wings. And she wants you to know that she's working on your behalf. She wants you to engage her more often. And so the question is, I want to know if I will stay with him without converting, or should I just leave and find something better waiting for me? So the message is that you can do both. You will enjoy and benefit from the process of converting to Judaism. You will enjoy it because it is going to open up many, 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 many doors for you. Now, I'm getting that there is a very strong mystical call for you, Jessie Faye. The mystical call is really very strong, and so Judaism is not, well, I want to say this delicately, but there are some aspects of Judaism that will resonate very strongly with you. And a lot of it has to do with the ancient wisdom that Judaism can provide. You know, all religions have tremendous wisdom, but there's something in the Jewish religion that is speaking to you. It's calling you. It's there for a reason. And if you don't explore it, if you ignore it, you're going to miss out on something that's very powerful. And it may come to you, that information may come to you in the future, but if you take it through a formal process, you might actually really benefit. I'm not getting that the boyfriend is so much the issue for you. Like, your boyfriend is probably really wonderful, you know? I'm sure he is. You're with him. He's wonderful. But he's also, you know, bringing you something else. He's leading you to something that's higher than even he is, you know? The mysticism of the Jews is fucking phenomenal, man. I mean, if you look at the Essene people and the Essene wisdom, even that energy is so strong right here, right now. I mean, it's just high vibrational, Jessie Faye. It's high. It's high. It's you know, Jesus was a Jew. You know, he came from the Essenes, and that's what's coming forth for you right now, man. I'd be all over it. I would be all over it. Meaning, I'm sorry, that's a totally American phrase. What that means is I would totally take that. I would do that. Yeah. That's your reading. The card that I get is the World, which means perfection and satisfaction and enjoyment. It's completion. It's what your heart desires. So I hope that is helpful to you, my friend. I look forward to making contact with you soon. All right. Marisha. Okay. I'm starting to feel stagnant. Most of the time I feel content and appreciative for all I have, and I'm practicing gratitude as a way of life. I'm visualizing my perfect peace, and it doesn't seem to have me going to work. I've been looking, and nothing has been appealing for a while. I need some direction toward my next adventure. In what direction should I steer my career search? You know what my answer is. Crystal Lynn's answer is steer your career direction inward. Go straight to the heart and sit with it. Don't look for an answer. Sit with it first and allow it to come. Mars is retrograde. Just reminding you of that because we need to be reminded, you know. I know you know about inspired action. That comes forth. But I also there's something coming up for you, actually. See, the more you surrender to your heart, the bigger the bigger the gift. And I don't like really to be talking in terms of a gift, because that's not what it's about. But it is a gift. Okay, so what's coming forth for you right now, the card that's coming up is the Devil. And the Devil comes when our ego, the Devil is the ego, by the way, the ego in its most dramatic form, like its most egocentric form. So why is your spirit guide sending you a message of an extreme ego? Because an extreme ego can only really be best understood in contrast to an extreme light. So the Devil represents being so separated from the light that you even forget that you are light. So part one of your message is remember who you are. As you go outside of yourself to ask a question of an oracle, moi, you're welcome to ask me questions. You are also invited to remember who you are before you ask questions. You are invited to remember who you are while I'm answering this question on your behalf. And when we're done, you are being, it's an imperative that you remember who you are. That's what the message is. The Devil represents, again, being so separated from your light that you are kind of even turning your back on it. The Devil represents addiction, It can be unhealthy relationships. It can be all sorts of things that are not serving you. So it is an invitation to it's an invitation to receive that which you need from the contrast. All right, Marisha, that's your reading. We can talk about that more in detail if you'd like. All right, so those are all of the new readings that I'm done. I said I was going to go back to Marigana and see if she has posted anything else, and I got Claudia. I went back to her. So let's see if Marigana has posted anything. She said that I would like to, and the question was why, and she says, because I've been thinking about looking for a new job but haven't gotten lucky yet. Oh, okay. So I want to know if I'll get a new one. Marigana, the answer is yes. You need to go with the flow and relax. Don't press. It's not that you haven't gotten lucky. It's that the universe is organizing some things for you. Also, you need to organize some things for yourself in here and in here. So you actually, there is definitely, without a doubt, a job for you. So the answer is yes. I don't always get to say yes or no, but I'm able to say yes right now, so that's good. The thing is, will you be ready for it when it comes, when the opportunity comes? In order to be ready for anything, you got to be in your vortex. You have to be in alignment with who you are. So that is your answer, my friend. Yes, yes, and yes. Do your home fun. Look in here. Look in here. Right? Trust. Do your meditation. Don't just be haphazard about your life. Take control of your life from the inside out. Journaling. Write. Do your prayers. Get your exercise. Commune with nature. That's how you get in touch with the light. Okay, I hope that was helpful. All right. Okay. I've now gone on for an hour and 40 minutes. I think I'm going to have to sign off, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not going to go back and do more because these are short readings, and I think we probably went into some detail. So I'm going to invite you all to come back to the next reading. I have a feeling it will be this coming Friday, the 25th. It'll probably be at about the same time. I will post all the information on our Facebook page. I thank you so much for sitting in with me in this very special event. Thank you for bringing your energy in here. It was all beautiful. I've got some stuff I need to clear. I'm going to be doing some work afterward to clear out some dark spots that came in for some of you. So everybody tonight, please just do some deep breathing, meditating on the light that's in your heart light. And I'm going to do some clearing for all of us to get rid of any resistance and negativity, anything that's not serving our highest good. I'm going to get that cleared out for us. And yeah, so I'm going to just very quickly hop on the YouTube page. All right. And I kind of already, yes. Okay, there's somebody there named Mammy703. I don't know if you're still on. I'm sorry. I'm going to cut off right there. Maya, oh, I see you, Maya. Okay, next time. Please, let's do this next time. I just feel like I'm a little bit saturated, and I don't really need to be reading when I'm saturated. That's when I start failing. So, blessings to you. Please, next Friday, or this coming Friday in 2 days, and I'll set that event up right now and get that in stone, and I'll do things a little differently so I can keep the timing a little bit shorter. Although I don't think we're going to do less than 90 minutes. So the next session will be 90 minutes, my friends, okay? All right. I love you. I love you, man. Peace. Namaste. Okay. Thank you, friends. Bye for now.